So listen, we're here today. We want to talk about one of the most common questions that we're asked. And that question is, what does a pool cost? So we'll start, that's my wife, Emily.
Hello.
I'm Jeff. And yes, we're in the pool business and doing it for over 40 years. So I have a little experience on what things cost because we're still building pools right now. So where do you want to start?
What's the basic price?
Okay, well, that's a big question. What's the basic price? But the basic price of a pool only, no spa, just a really entry-level pool is going to be right around $85,000 range. That will get you like the excavation, the steel, the plumbing, the shotcrete, the coping around the pool, minimal deck around it. There'll be a heater and a gas line, but there won't be a spa, there won't be any raised walls, just the basic pool.
So what about if you want to add a spa?
A spa is, there's actually an easier way. A spa runs right around $15,000 to add a spa to a pool. So now you're at $100,000 to $105,000 for a basic pool and spa. The spa's not raised. It doesn't have a rim flow around the whole edge. You know what a rim flow is?
Rim flow is when the water comes over like that and you don't see
That's
the top.
Right. A rim flow is the water spills over like maybe one or two sides. Good job. Around two sides of the spa. But that would not be included in the $15,000. That would add another $15,000 probably. So a basic pool and spa, now we're at what you asked, pool and spa, is right around $105,000 range. And now it goes up from there. Okay?
Right. So then what's next?
Next is you take the basic pool, which is $105,000 range for a pool and spa, and then you say, hey, we want to put a saltwater system because so many people want a saltwater pool now. So a saltwater system, they might want to do automation so they don't have to walk to the equipment to turn off and on the heater, the jets, the lights, which nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to be able to push a button on the phone and turn the heater on, jets on, all that stuff. So they have that, and you want to go with a pebble plaster instead of the white plaster. You've always had pebble plaster on our pools, but adding those elements will probably push you into the $130,000 to $150,000 range. But when we're on the way over here, we're talking about spillways and raised walls. You like that, right?
Right.
Yeah. That adds, anytime you take your basic pool and you say, hey, I want to make a raised wall, put some spillways like some of these pictures you're probably looking at, those type are going to add, now you're in the range of 150 to 160, 170 in that range. So you got your pool, the spa, automation, you got the pebble plaster, you got maybe a raised wall or something, and now you're in the 170 range. And typically, the average pool is gonna be right around $150,000 to $200,000 range. That's kind of where it comes in at. Now that doesn't include like the date palms behind me or sunken fire pit areas that we're sitting in right now. Those are fun, but now we're talking more money.
Lots of money. What about the acrylic?
Acrylic is a great thing, and that's becoming a more and more popular thing. We have our own crews that could do it, so I don't have to sub it out. So that saves you money.
Wait a second. What does that even mean? Because someone might not know what an acrylic pool even is.
Well, most people think the little window is glass. They go, what's the glass window cost? Well, it's not glass, it's acrylic. So it doesn't fracture, it doesn't break.
So it's like a window into the pool.
It's a window into a pool. The pool behind me has it. Some of the pictures you're probably looking at have it as well. So that runs right around $5,000 a foot. So if we do a 10-foot section, you're talking 10 times 5 is $50,000 to add a acrylic window that you would, and to do that you need to raise up the pool or have a sunken fire pit area or something like that with the window in there. So that adds usually around $50,000 to $70,000 range minimum to add acrylic windows.
Okay. And the negative edge you said was?
Negative edges are great. That's been around for a long time. It's used a lot. And a negative edge, because I know you're gonna ask me, a negative edge is where the water comes up and spills over the edge of the pool, like on the backside of the pool. You see it very commonly at the beach or anywhere where there's a view.
Is that the same as the infinity?
Some people call it infinity edge, negative edge. It's the same thing. So
Okay.
good question. But those add right around $1,500 a foot. So now we're getting involved in $45,000, $50,000 addition to add a negative edge to an existing pool.
Wow.
What other one do you want to hear about?
That's the only one.
How about a rim flow? You know what a rim flow is?
Rim flow.
What happens is the water level of the pool and the deck level are the same level or close to it. That's called a rim flow. And that's a real popular. That hasn't been around for years. It's probably been around, but it hasn't been a popular item for years. So that's becoming more popular. And that runs right around $800 a foot to do that. So that will add anywhere from $25,000 typically to $50,000, $60,000 depending upon how many feet. Everything is all dependent upon what fits in the yard, how it's gonna, what you want, and how many feet of acrylic window do you want, how many feet of negative edge do you want, and you have to have a yard that would make it fit as well. So let's kind of recap. The basic pool and spa, just a basic, is pool and spa is 105 to that range, 105,000 range. A mid-level pool is going to be 150 to 200,000 range, and your higher end jobs are going to be anywhere from $300,000, $600,000 range. Okay, thank you.